What up, what up, what up, what up? Little late start today. Piles was acting up. Yeah, so I had to get old school on them. Y'all know the vibe. Yeah, hold up. Let me tap in. Yes, sir. Let's make sure everything, man. Yeah, let me make sure everything, you heard? Expand the building, I see you, baby. Yeah, we have to go old school, man. My paws ain't working, man. I couldn't get them to work, so I had to go old school, put these back on. Just make sure you can hear me. Midwest Mo in the building. Big Lance to the building, I see you, baby. Give my love to Woody, baby. Tell Woody I said what's good, baby. Brian Breezy in the building. Yeah, I started a little late, man. I was trying to fuck with my pods, man. But they were acting up, these joints right here. I couldn't get them connected. So, you know, I have to go old school, but it don't matter. Just make sure you guys can hear me. As long as y'all can hear me, we in business. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank God it's Friday. Thank God for every day, man. Y'all already know Midwest Mo. You know how we get down, baby. Okay, loud and clear. That's what I'm talking about. We got a lot of shit to cover today. Y'all don't want to miss the beginning, man. Because I'm going in. Message of the day. And my first topic, I'm going in. I'm telling y'all. Let me shut this down, man. TGI Friday, Al York Sports. Almost 9 years I've been giving y'all work on TGI Friday, man. I ran through the COVID, all that, man. Giving y'all nothing but great service, man. You know how I do, man. Shout out to everybody who's still tapping in after all these years. I'm very appreciative of y'all, man. And thank y'all. And I'm going to continue to give y'all this work. But before I crank up, I've been sick all week. My voice is good right now. I'm just hoping that my voice can hold it up. Yeah, Yanks and Mets definitely won. That's what we talking about. Yeah, I got the Phillies today. Don't jinx me, Steve. I need the Phillies, man. I got them on a parlay. I need the Phillies to deliver, man. Real talk. Anyway, let me say this message of the day. Y'all want to listen to this. And then we're going to start this magnificent show. I've been seeing a lot of cats on social media capping. Owe a lot of people money and still flashing money on social media. I got something to say about that because I'm one of the niggas that's owed money too. This is why I'm putting my 2 cents in there. All because your ops can't catch up to you. Just remember, God hit harder. Because you're going to get yours no matter what. Via karma or via your ops. Either way, you're going to get yours because you don't shit on your peoples that came through for you with money, especially if it was lucrative. That shit is whack what you're doing. It's a coward. What are you doing? Are you trying to get your ops mad? Are you trying to show the world you ain't fall off? Or are you setting up your new bait? Either way, you're a loser. Because you can't even take care, you can't even keep your word, and you can't even handle your business. So what kind of man are you capping on social media owing multiple people money? And a couple of y'all don't deserve me to throw your names out because I'm not going to give y'all no clout. But y'all know who the fuck I'm talking about. And I don't mean little money. So don't be nobody inbox me, yo, Al, I'm going to send you the $60 and $2. No, I don't mean that. I'm talking loot. 1K and up. Not no $50. Get your life together, man. Your ops don't be the only one that had to catch up to you, man. Remember, God hit harder, man. Remember that shit, man. Now let's start the show. Let me find my original beat, and we gonna get this shit going, man. Yeah, I don't understand these dudes, man. Like, you here capping for what? You can't even pay your debts, you bitch ass niggas. What kind of man are you? How you look in another man's face, ask for money, however which way, and you can't pay him back? You can't even make payment plans. But then you want to cap on videos and flash money? Dog, you about the wackest motherfucker I ever met in my life. All you motherfuckers that do that, you motherfuckers is trash. No style, no love. You couldn't make it back in the days like that, because they would have buried your ass. That's the only reason why you getting away with it now, because everything is tagged to the police. Snitches, cameras, all that. That's the only reason why you get away with it. Because if this was back in the days, you would have been buried with some fingers missing. And that's on God. Clown motherfuckers. Shout out to everybody, man. Augie, everybody tapping in. Steve Levine, Douglas Bender. I'm not here running my mouth for nothing, man. I'm just tired of seeing clown shit. Niggas use social media and start stunting, man. You don't use social media to stunt, man. I mean, use it for the fuck what you want. But don't act like there ain't no real motherfuckers in social media that can't see through your ass. Because there's a lot of real motherfuckers that can see through your fake ass. Give me a minute, man. Go to YouTube, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Shout out to the East Coast, West Coast, Midwest. Las Vegas, New York City, LES to the death. Nueva York, Nueva York. Peace to the shooter. Price Tag Entertainment, Futex, Mac 1 Beats, the R, Chico Linston. And make sure y'all check my series on YouTube, Snack Sessions, Sportsbook Reviews. I'm on Instagram too. A lot of y'all got to get out that old mentality, man. I understand a lot of y'all 40, 50. It doesn't mean you can't get your kids to get you on the gram. Y'all missing a lot of work I'm putting out on the gram. To be honest, I'm feeding the gram more than Facebook, because Facebook ain't doing nothing, man. That's real talk, man. And last but not least, shout out to Arrowhead Media. They do content, shooting, editing, and all kind of shit to help your content. Flexible hours. You can reach them at Arrowhead Media 702 on Instagram. These are my guys. I fucks with these guys. They young and they fun to work with, man. They make my videos fun when I do my sports book reviews. Let me go to a few joints, and then I'm going to call my man X-Man in the building real quick. But before I call X-Man in the building, let me give y'all some news real quick. Let me see what I can start off first. Give me a minute. Okay, let me start off with this. Arizona Diamondbacks and all-star second baseman Ketel Marte, who's 31 years old, has agreed on a 6-year, $116.5 million extension, which begins this season and runs through 2030 and 2031. Is his player option year. This deal is worth 149.5 M's with incentives. Salute to Ketel Marte that plays with the Arizona Diamondbacks. I'm happy that kid got the bag, because he's been good there for a lot of years. Let me go to my bum-ass Dallas Cowboys. Finally got a real good backup quarterback. I mean, I think he is. He hasn't proven on the field, so a lot of y'all might be like, what do you mean? He never played. But I seen a little bit of him. He was good in college. Joe Minton III. The kid got speed, got one of the biggest arms in football, and has a lot of poise. Let's just hope he can learn a lot from Dak Prescott, at least the good shit from Dak, and then take over Dak in the future. We acquired him for a 2025 7th-round pick, which is number 217 from the Pats, and for a 2025 5th-round pick, number 171 overall. Joe Minton III from Tennessee, the 2024 6th-round pick, and he was the 193 overall pick for the Patriots. I like him as a backup for the Dallas Cowboys. Other news, Las Vegas Raiders add a new quarterback. They didn't add a new quarterback. What they did was they added Geno, but then they threw him an extension. I've never seen a guy get signed and get an extension before he played a play. You understand what I'm saying? Unless it's some sign and trade shit, or like, you know, I don't know. I never seen it done this way. 2 years, 75 M's, with incentives, of course, that could reach over 85.5 million, 66 million guaranteed for Geno Smith. He came a long way because he started with those bum-ass Jets and he was looking suspect. Suspect. Salute to Geno Smith, who turned his career around, did good, ended up going to Seattle and really upped his grade. And Seattle play is what got him this contract. 94 career games, 105 touchdowns, 72 interceptions, 20,000 career passing yards. Salute to Geno Smith. You can't hate on him. Other news, Arizona Cardinals made Trey McBride the highest paid tight end in NFL history. And that's mainly because of today's era. They just throwing money out. It doesn't mean that McBride's the best tight end ever. He just got the bag because he got the bag at the right time. Giving him a 4-year, $76 million extension, $43 million guaranteed, 19 M's a year, the highest tight end paid ever. Salute to Trey McBride, who had 111 receptions last year, 1,100 yards, and only 2 touchdowns because they were double, triple teaming him when they was at the 10, 15-yard line. I remember teams were not letting McBride get that touchdown, taking none away from McBride. I love him. Great hands, good young kid, could block, but teams were hating on him scoring. I remember them double, triple teaming him, but he got the bag. Salute to Trey McBride. New York Yankees bring reliever Adam Ottavino back to a 1-year deal worth $1 million. Low risk, high reward. I love it. The guy can come in and get 3 outs. That's all we want him to do. And for $1 million with a couple more dollars in incentives, why not? The more arms, the better. I always say the more, the merrier. Y'all know how I get down with that more and merrier shit. And longtime St. Louis Cardinals pitcher right-hander Lance Lynn has announced his retirement after 13 seasons. Big, heavy guy, was very important when the Cardinals won that chip. I mean, he did his thing. 340 games, 143 wins, 99 losses, 3.74 earned run average, and 2015 career strikeouts. A nice, decent career for Lance Lynn. What Gamble Duke said? No, I said, that Gamble, you got to read between the lines. I said, learn the good shit from Dak Prescott. So if you're listening to me and you hear me say that, that means none of the bitch ass shit. Just whatever constructive he got from Texas A&M. That's it. All the negative shit, throw that shit out the window. Okay, last but not least, 6-time Pro Bowler defensive lineman, 38 years old, Calais Campbell, has finalized a 1-year deal with Arizona Cardinals. 18th season for Calais Campbell. God bless him, man. 1-year deal worth 5.5, could get up to 7.5 with incentives. I love me some Calais Campbell. Always playing hard, earns his money, and salute to the 18-year veteran. X-Man, where you at, man? Time to work, baby. Play time over. Yeah, I had to go old school, man. I couldn't get my paws to work, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, Steve, don't you ain't jinx my shit. You know I need the Phillies tonight. I got them on the parlay. I'm waiting for X-Man to come in the building. All right, here we go. Gamble don't go nowhere. Me and Gamble we were talking on the comments. I want him to hear me live now because I talk this shit for real. X-Man, what up, baby?
What's up, my brother?
Hold up. Is this X-Man or his brother?
Nah, the lumberjack look is gone.
Yo, I ain't never seen you clean cut in my life, my guy. Yo, that kind of looks good, but I'm going to have to knock off the lumberjack X if you're going to stay like that.
Listen, man, the homeless look had to go for today.
Yo, dog.
Had to go for the weekend.
If you could keep wearing that, I guarantee you, your followers are going to build up, my guy. So it's up to you if you want more followers. If you don't care about it, then put that Wolfman shit on again.
Hey, listen, man. That homeless look That homeless look is just to bother people. That's all.
Got you. Got you. All right, let's get to it.
I got you, brother.
Before
Let's
we
go.
jump into the final four, I want my man Gamble, old school Gamble, who fuck with my man Rob Parker, Bernie Frado, and he covers baseball. He needs to hear this because he was kind of like going against me when I bring this up, X. And that is the tactics of John Morant.
Yeah.
This kid, let me tell you something, and I'm going to put everybody straight because I heard a lot of people say shit. He's going like this after shots, right? Three-pointers, dunks, whatever. You believe I got people going on my page talking about, so what? Everybody does it. Why can't he do it? Motherfuckers is missing the point, X. This kid got 2 times penalized for showing guns on social media.
Yep.
So if you don't know what that means, gentlemen, those are called priors. So if you got 2 priors fucking with a gun, what makes you think the NBA is going to promote you doing this shit? It don't matter who the fuck is doing it. You see nobody got sued, but you're the only one that got to fine. $75,000. And my point is, you have a Hall of Fame career looking like you could reach. You're talented. You nice. You could dribble. You could shoot. The fans love you. Why would you fuck it up acting hood when there's nothing hood about you? Nothing hood. Any real motherfucker can see through you, John Morant. I'm for the streets. I wasn't the craziest motherfucker, but I know when I have to get busy, I get busy. And dudes like you, I know are fake. You a pretender. Stop pretending and get this Hall of Fame. Get your championship. Take care of your family. Because I'm telling you, dog, you one mistake from being banned from the NBA. And those are facts. One big gun shit, you out of there. Talk to him, Max.
I agree with everything you say. Listen, I'm going to say this about John Morant. If I'm an owner, I'm a general manager, I'm a coach, I want John Morant on my team. Why? He's not scared to take the big shots. He's a superstar. He loves the spotlight. He loves taking the big shots. But man, like you, he has a Hall of Fame career going. I want him on my team. I want him on, as a basketball player, I want him on my team. Big time. He's a big time player. But he's a clown. He's a straight up clown. You know what you've done the last few years with guns. You got suspended last year for 25 games of the year. X. Exactly. Now you're going to go around doing the same shit over and over again because you want to be a tough guy. You want to impress that clown posse that you hang out with in Memphis.
Talk to him, man.
That you're supporting.
Talk to
you're
him.
supporting them. They're living off of you for free, basically.
Talk to him, man.
A bunch of freeloaders. And his dad's another clown that thinks it's okay
biggest
for him
clown.
to do that.
He laughing all through that shit so he can keep eating off his money. I can see all through that shit. That shit funny because he want money.
If he's such a gangster, why doesn't he go to the real hood in Memphis and do that shit to some real gangsters over there?
Yo, they'll lay him on the ground and they'll strip search that motherfucker.
And see how fast they skin his ass over there in the Memphis hood. John Morant needs to stop the bullshit, play what he's getting paid to do, and stop trying to be something you're not. Okay? I've worked in clubs as a bouncer. I know gangsters that go to the club. They like having, but they get down. Okay? I know dudes from the street. They get down. Dude, you're not from the streets. You grew up in the suburbs of South Carolina. Okay? That's where you grew up at. You grew up in the suburbs
you
of
see
South
that
Carolina.
nigga's pictures with purple on, looking all fucking, looking like one of them Fat Alberts, one of the skinny dudes in Fat Albert. Nothing gangster about that guy, B.
Listen, man. Listen, all I gotta say is he needs to change because I'll tell you what, Adam Silver's gonna be calling soon. And if I'm Adam Silver, I'm not giving him a slap on the wrist this time. You want to continue your shenanigans? Hey, guess what? You continue your shenanigans, but you're not going to get paid. I'll suspend you for half the year.
Adam Silver's soft, too, because they playing him.
Yeah.
He gave
Adam Silver is
2 light
to be
penalties or whatever of fines and suspensions, and then you give him a $75,000. He's soft, and he also knows he's one of the faces of the league, and he knows right now the NBA is not where it needs to be.
Well,
if it would have been that the prior commissioner, he don't give a fuck about all that shit.
If that's David Stern,
Stern don't give a fuck about none of that shit.
Ja Morant would have been suspended. Ja Morant would have been sent.
His second charge, he would have got 2 years max.
You know how you hurt him? If I'm Adam Silver, but like you said, Adam Silver's a pussy. Adam Silver caters to LeBron James, so whatever LeBron James says, Adam Silver's gonna do. But if I'm Adam Silver, grow some balls, suspend him. This is how you hurt him. You hurt him by not getting him paid. You hurt his pockets. When those pockets start getting light, then then he will learn that he can't do the shit he's doing. He's not a gangster. You're not a gangster, brother. Stop the shit already. Stop hanging out with them clowns that you hang out with because they say they're gangsters when they're really not gangsters, and just do what you got to do. You're getting paid to play basketball. You're not getting paid to shoot guns, carry guns, make gun gestures. Yo, dog,
not for nothing. I would respect it a little more, and I still be upset at him because I think he should be on some straight A shit after the 2 breaks he had, X.
Of course,
just play
I agree.
ball,
Yeah,
X.
He should, yeah. Just
X, whenever I get in trouble with my wife on some funny shit, especially some back-to-back shit, hey, I'm on my straight A shit, X. Be on your straight A shit. And then, like I said, I wouldn't mind if he scored a 3. Make believe he had an axe and hit it on the floor. Even though there's still an act of violence, it's not healthy. Like when dudes do this 3 shit with the 3 fingers, that's cool because that's no bullet. That's just saying I hit a 3. But doing all this shit, he even put out a shotgun. He pulled a shotgun out the other day.
Do the Reggie Miller choke sign, something, do something like that.
X, he didn't do the regular gun shit. He did some shotgun shit.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know.
Come on, dog, you wildin'. And all these dudes, there's a lot of older cats on my page. It's not even younger cats that say, yo, that shit cool, Al. Other people,
that shit ain't cool at all.
You know what? You know how I get these motherfuckers? Let that be your son. And your son did that. And I want to see if you're going to give me that same fucking answer. Because if your son did that, who you know he fucking with the family money, if he get canned from the league, you would not have that. Because if you did have that, you a stupid motherfucker like his pops. That he about to lose everything. His pops about to lose everything. And they're going to feel it if they get banned from the NBA, bro. That's all I got to say. Well, any last words?
I agree.
Because I don't want to overcook my grits.
Yeah, I agree with you. Adam Silver needs to grow some balls and look at this. If I'm him, I'm suspending him for half the year. Fuck, I'm suspending him for the year. You want to keep up these childish games? Then I'm going to hit you where it hurts. And that's your pockets.
Let's move on, man. I don't want to hear this not that serious. This is serious. He got caught on social media with guns 2 fucking times. This is serious. It's one step away from somebody getting hurt or dying fucking around with guns. You shouldn't do anything that applies to guns, my guy. Let's move on, X.
Stay away from it. All right, let's move on.
Going to the Final Four. Big, super duper weekend.
Yep.
You got the Gators 34-4 playing Auburn, 2-1 seeds, 32-5. The line is 2.5 for the Gators. The total is 160.5. We're going to pivot to the other number 1 seed, Houston Cougars, 34-4, versus the other number 1 seed, Duke, 35-3. -5 for Duke. The totals is 136.5. X, want you to sit back for about a minute or two. I'm going to give you every team or how they got here so everybody has a total understanding. We're going to start with the Florida Gators. They beat Norfolk State 95-69 in round 1. Round 2 beat UConn 77-75. Round 3 beat Maryland 87-71. And round 4 beat Texas Tech 84-79. So they earned their rights to be here. We're going to pivot to Auburn. Beat Alabama State 83-63. Beat Creighton in a real good game, even though they opened it up late. But Creighton was up basically 60% of that game, 82-70. beat Michigan kind of convincingly, though Michigan had an 11-point lead late in, I think, in the first half or early second half, and then Auburn just went like on a 17-1 run. And then last but not least, they beat the Spartans 70-64. Now we're going to pivot to the Houston Cougars. They beat SIU 78-40, the SIU Cougars. They beat Gonzaga 81-76 in round 2. Beat Purdue in round 3 62-60. Real good game.
Yeah,
and last
really
but
good.
not least, they tore up the Tennessee Volunteers 69-50. Now we're going to pivot to the Duke Blue Devils, Brian Breezy's team. Beat Mount St. Mary's 93-49. Beat the Baylor Bears 89-63. Beat Arizona 100-93 in the only really close game that they didn't cover. And then beat Alabama 85-65 in a blowout that I thought Bama was going to give them everything they can handle, X. Now, in the first matchup, before I get to hear from you, Florida and Auburn actually played a game earlier this year, X.
Yeah.
And the Gators beat them 90-81 and were missing Elijah Martin. So do the math on that.
Yeah.
They led after half 48-38 at Auburn. Clayton Jr., 19.6 assists. You had Condom, 17 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists. Half, 16 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists. And Richard, 12 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist. Pivot to Auburn, Miles Kelly, 22, 3 and 1. Broom, who look like Carlos Boozer. He like Carlos Boozer's son a little bit.
Yeah, he does.
18, 11 and 6. Pettiford, 14, 2 and 3. And Johnson, 13, 1 and 3. And they didn't play. They didn't play this year. They played last year with. No, I'm lying. That's Florida. They did play this year. Now what I'm gonna do is, before I go to the next game, I'm gonna talk to you first. Florida Auburn. Give us your take on this game right here on Saturday, X.
Yeah, this is going to be SEC rivals. Florida did beat Auburn in the SEC tournament to get to the championship game, so we got to remember that also. This is going to be a really good game. It all is going to depend a lot also for Florida if Condon's ankle is healthy, because he sprained it the last game of it. He did come back to play, but it's going to depend on how he goes. How this game is going to go. Auburn's got to get Janai Broom early involved, like they did against Michigan State, where he dominated Michigan State in the paint the whole game until he got injured, but still came back after the injury to hit a big three.
Very skillful.
Yeah, he is.
I don't want to say he reminds me of this player because the guy was basically less than mediocre in the NBA.
Yeah.
But in college, Jahlil Okafor has soft hands for Duke Blue Devils and can move his body inside any which way, get shots with both hands. But Broom can also hit that three.
Yeah, he can.
And also very mobile on the inside.
I think Broom is a little more physical than Jahlil Okafor was.
No, in college, Okafor was physical. In the NBA.
He was.
In the NBA.
But I think Broom's going to be a better. I think overall he's a little bit better than Okafor. I like that. This is going to be I think this is going to be a good defensive game. I'm going to see a lot of points here. Both teams can score from the three. That kid Walter Clayton, he has ice water in his veins, especially crunch time. I think it was the last game was Texas Tech that they beat, right? I believe. Yeah, that he heated up in that second half towards the end, and
hit some big shots late.
He hit some big threes, especially right after the timeout fading away, where he hit that three. I like Florida in this game. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. It's going to be a very close game throughout, back and forth. I like Florida. I got them to win the championship. They beat Auburn. I'm going to say 78-76.
So but it's going to come cover the 2.5?
I don't think they do.
So I don't think they win by 2. Okay.
I think they win by 2. It's going to be a tight game all the way to the end. I see them winning. I see them winning by 2.
Right. Tough game. I got to roll with the Gators. I gave out the Gators earlier, but like I told you, once all these Jay Billis and Stephen A. Smith and everybody start giving Florida out, I got a feeling that I'm not going to win. But that doesn't mean I'm gonna go against what I gave out. I got to roll with the Gators. Auburn scares me in this situation. I think they hot. It's a revenge game, X. I'm big on
Yeah.
revenge games.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if Auburn led the whole first half, the majority in the second half. But I'm going to go with the Florida Gators find a way to win, X. Whether they cover or not, they're going to find a way to win. And if Broom's not 100, they in major trouble.
Yeah, I think his elbow that he injured
Yes, yes.
last
He
game.
had 4 days to put treatment on it, so he's definitely going to be better than he was when he came out on that Willis Reed shit. Remember when Reed came back out? Yeah, he came back out, hit a three immediately. Yeah, but
Willis Reed had
I know it was a
hip
leg
injury,
comparing on, but both of them were severely hurt. That's my point.
Yeah, they were.
You know, I'm going to say Florida gets it done, even though I'm highly nervous in this game more than any game they played. The Tigers are for real. I ain't know Auburn was this good, X.
No, they are.
Okay, so now we're going to pivot to Duke. What I meant to say about Duke is they played Houston last year, beat them 54-51, but they didn't play this year, so I didn't take the notes, the numbers of none, because it makes no sense. A lot of players are different. So on this -5 here, I want to hear your take, and then I'm going to give my breakdown. I'll get you have your take first.
I got you. Yeah, this is going to be a physical game. Duke is not one of those soft teams from the past that was all finesse. They can get physical, down dirty. Cooper Flag is the real deal. That they got the other freshman Kneppel who can really play.
Proctor.
They got their point guard Tyrese Proctor, really good player. This is not going to be an easy game for Duke. Houston is a tall, athletic, physical team. They want to make an ugly game out of it. They want to get Duke into their game, which is ugly. Miss shots, rebound, bleed the clock. That's what they want to do. I think Cooper Flag, this is his only season. I think he'll be the top pick in the draft this year. I like Duke in this game. This is going to be a low-scoring game. This is not going to be high-scoring. I think the 5.5 is just about right. I think Duke pulls it, runs away with it at the end. I'm going to say 66-60. They're going to play Houston's game, but they're going to beat Houston at their own game.
Okay. Game is really – it's going to be a lot better than a lot of people thinking. This Houston team is different from the prior teams. Same style with the rough defense, the bigs, guards.
Yeah.
But the difference was when they had Sassa in them back, Sassa and them cannot hit the three like Cryer, Usman, and Sharp. These guys can. You leave them open, they can. My problem is Duke is very lengthy. So,
they are.
So when Tennessee tried to use the little dude to break Houston's defense to penetrate, beat the guards, and then kick it out.
Yeah.
The problem was Cryer and Sharp and Usman wasn't letting them do that. They was moving their feet. So he could never penetrate. But what Duke's gonna do, you can mark my words on this, they're gonna send Kneppel or Flag to the foul line. Proctor's gonna probably pretend like he's trying to get through, give it to one of them, and now that opens up 3-point shot, a pass down low, all kind of shit. And if they can succeed with that pass over them 3 guards, it's going to be a blowout, dog. I'm telling you right now. It's going to be a blowout.
I think
Houston's got to figure out an answer, how to answer that. Now, one thing I will say, Houston got bigs down low who are older than these Duke guys. These Duke, they got them by like 5-6 years. And that means something when you this young. NBA, that don't mean shit.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to say is they're going to be very aggressive with Flag and Kneppel. Now, if Flag and Kneppel and Proctor can take on the aggressiveness, which I know they're going to struggle early. I'm telling you, mark my words.
I think they can.
They're going to struggle early, but I think Duke is just too good, too lengthy. And when you got Proctor, there's money, and you're going to have to pay money to him. So what's going to happen, X, they're going to have to cheat to stop that pass by the foul line, and all he got to do is fake it and hit that shit for the key all day. And you know Proctor's money, dog. You know he's money. With the bigs, I think Duke finds a way. I think it's going to be closer than a lot of people think. I think it's going to be a 5-point game or less because I think Houston's going to give them everything they can handle. But I think they come up short. And I hope I'm wrong because, I think Florida got a better chance of beating Houston than beating Duke. I'm being honest with you.
But because I was talking to my brother, and Duke looks like they're on a mission. These games that they played in the East bracket, they haven't been close at all. Duke looks like they're on a mission. I agree with you.
Arizona game was pretty close.
Arizona game, yeah. But I agree with you. I thought Alabama was going to give them a better game. But, man, they took it to Alabama early, and often Alabama had no answer for them.
Zero.
So, yeah, I like Florida on one side. I like Duke on the other.
But you like Duke
Florida
to cover?
To win it all.
You said you like Auburn to cover.
I like Duke to cover.
Okay, so you got Auburn to cover the 2.5. You got Duke. I'm going to flip that. Damn. I wish it was 3.5. I would have took Auburn with the points and said Florida was going to cover. It's hard to take the 2.5 because, you know what? I'm going to roll with you. I'm going to say Auburn covers the 2.5, but I'm going to say Florida wins by 1 or 2 points.
Yeah.
And I want them to win because I got them to win. I don't want to confuse nobody. That could be easily a 1-point game, though. That's just how good these teams are.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think Houston with the veterans and stuff can stay in the game and be right around that 5 number. Maybe they'll lose by 6, 7, but I'm going to take the 5 because I think this is chalkboard material for this coach and this team that's been balling the whole year, dog.
Yeah.
So I'm going to just say they're going to cover the spread. Any last words on this tournament? You know what? Let's go championship because it's on Monday.
Yeah.
So we're not going to be able to say it, so let's talk about it now. Yeah. So we both agree that Duke and Florida moves on.
Duke and Florida, yes.
Okay, who you got?
I took Florida to win it. I think Florida will win it. I think with Florida, they can't turn the ball over like 10 times like they did against Texas Tech in the first half. They're going to get blown out by Duke. I think it's going to be a good championship game. They both got length. They both got athleticism. Both teams can hit from the outside. Both teams got superstar players that love the spotlight. But I think overall Florida's experience with the seniors is going to win out. I like Florida in the championship game. I like them 88-84. I think it's going to be a high-scoring championship game. But I'm going to take Florida here.
I gave out Florida. I got to ride with them.
Yeah.
But if you tell me what I'm really feeling, after what I know now, I think Duke's going to win.
I feel the same way.
I don't want to sound like I'm hedging my bet. So I don't want people to think, oh, he's hedging his bet. I'm just keeping it a band. When I gave out my shit right before Selection Sunday, I made a video on fucking Instagram. I broke down the 1 season, all that. You know what I'm saying? And I said that the Gators, to me, are going to win this shit. And they were the 4th ranked team, even though there was a 1 seed. They was the 4th out of all the ones. They were the 4th. Right? And then I heard Stephen A. Then I hear Jay Billis. Then I hear fucking, what's this guy, the other dude that played for Duke that broke his leg? That Jay Will.
Grant Hill?
Jay Will.
There you go.
Hey, all these guys say Florida, and I'm not going to lie, dog. I don't think they're going to win it all now. But I got to ride with my gun. So if I lose, I lose. But I'm telling you, I know when this happens, something ain't right.
If you look at it this way, I agree with you. Going into the tournament, everybody said the same thing. Florida was probably the most complete team going into the tournament. But now that you've seen going into the Final Four, Duke looks like it's the most complete, most unbeatable team in this tournament. That's how they look. So I agree with you. I took Florida. I'm going to stick with Florida. But if Duke wins, I won't be surprised because, to me, throughout the tournament, they've played the best ball.
What you think the line's going to be?
I think if it goes in, I think the favorites are going to be Duke. I think it's going to be maybe 5, 6 points.
I don't think it's gonna be that high because
Depending,
Houston's 5.
I think so.
Houston's
Well, I
5.
think so, and it depends on how Duke
No,
looks
but I'm saying
on
Houston's
tomorrow.
5 right
Yeah,
now. So I'm gonna say 3, 3.5.
okay,
I'll say 3, 3.5.
Okay.
Okay, X, let's move on. Great.
And I'll tell you, Duke will be the favorites in that game.
That's no question about that.
Yeah.
Okay, we cover that. Any last words on the tournament? Are we good?
I mean, it's been an exciting tournament. You know, I mean, it's not a lot of upsets like we've seen in the past, not a lot of Cinderellas, but it's been a great tournament. And I think these last 2 games, tomorrow and Monday, is going to be the cherry on the top.
Yeah. Only bad thing about this tournament, I'm on the red side of the money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm behind.
Yeah.
It beat me. Yeah, before the tournament, I was doing my thing. Y'all know I keep it a band. I'm losing money in the tournament. I'm keeping it real.
Oh,
it's
my
just
Lord.
hard, man. These games, they're hard to predict. The teams never faced each other.
They are.
How do you make the line? But like I said, it is what it is. I'm not justifying.
It is.
I'm down. I need a big comeback over the weekend.
You need a big comeback.
Jump into the diamond. It's something that I know you love to talk about.
Let's go.
I'm gonna name you 3 teams. Not today's game. I know they over with. I'm gonna name you some 3 teams right now that are very surprising right off the rip. The LA Dodgers. We knew they were good. We knew they won. We knew they were going to win again, maybe. But to start 8-0, X, even if they lost tonight, we're not talking about that. To start 8-0 is fucking ridiculous.
It is.
Then you want to talk about them first, or you want me to say all 3 teams and then you go one by one?
You can say all 3 teams.
Okay.
It's fine.
The San Diego Padres is looking good.
Yeah.
They were 7-0. I don't know what happened today. They probably lost also, but they were 7-0, and they looking very interesting. And Tatis up there up top. They Kate Reyes, Machado, Murrow, dumb teams, ex-Bogart, dumb teams is ready to make a run, bro. But they got to be able to beat the guys in their division, the Dodgers, who've been having their numbers for a lifetime.
Yeah.
And last but not least, I'm going to go on the other side of the grass. How the fuck the Braves are 0-7? And I know that changed today. But how do you start 0-7 when you're supposed to be one of the top at least 10 teams in baseball or top 5?
Yeah.
So your take on these 3 before we move on. Let's start with the Dodgers.
Yeah, I listen, I didn't expect 8-0, but you know, there's no World Series hangover there. These guys want to prove last year was they want to prove last year was no fluke. They're looking to repeat. I mean, their lineup is stacked. 1 through 9, their lineup is stacked. Their pitching got better. Sasaki, Yamamoto, Shohei Ohtani, I think, is going to start pitching soon for them.
Out there, X.
They got Big Red out there. So yeah, this
you
team
got Snell.
they
we
want to.
Didn't even mention Snell.
Exactly. So yeah, they're ready to roll. They want to prove last year was no fluke. They're looking to repeat. They're by far and beyond right now at this moment best team in baseball.
Oh wow,
they look unbeatable. But you know, the season is long. I think they're going to win the West anyway. They're going to run away with that division. I mean, the Padres don't have an answer
right
for
now.
them.
They're going to win again. They're just too good.
They're going to win the National League. They're going to be in the World Series.
Barring injury, barring injury. I know you love your New York Mets.
Listen,
but you put the Mets lineup next to them. The Mets got like 3 hitters.
The Mets lineup can't compare to them. The Mets lineup
like that. I like the Vientes is stepping up. I'm starting to like that kid. There's something about it. I think when I take him, he always hits for me.
They're going to run away with the National League West. They're going to represent the National League. Depending how the Yankees do in the American League, I'm going to see a rematch in the World Series. Because the Yankees right now, the way they're hitting, there ain't nobody going to beat them in the American League.
I don't know about that because I
think so.
I got it. I'm pitching. When our main pitcher went down, Garrett Cole, that was so big. Yeah. Because now we got to out-hit everybody, X. And you seen what happened in the Arizona series. We could have kind of swept the motherfuckers. Especially the first game when Suarez hit that slam, man. He was up 2 runs. We should have won that one. And then the last one, we could score to the last inning. But good pitching is going to hold us down, and
Yeah,
we don't
I
have
still
that pitching to hold good teams down to 3 runs or less,
I
2 runs or
I still
less.
think the Yankees. I still think the Yankees win the American League. Now to go to the Padres, yeah, the Padres have started off hot. Tatis leading off, which is great. He's a guy that can get on base, steal bases, hit for power. Jackson Merrill, they just signed him to an extension. Oh, this kid is
That,
special, man. This
that
kid
kid
is a
is like
special player, Jackson Merrill.
that kid
And
gonna be
he's
the new
only
Soto.
and,
Remember I told you that
and
in the
he
future.
he just turned 22
No,
years
just
old.
remember I
And
told you
then
when he's 26, he gonna be. They be
I
talking
heard
about
you.
him like Soto.
Yeah.
Watch.
He just turned to what did they signed him to a 9-year extension and relatively
Yo,
cheap
that kid
too.
don't even have to
So
swing hard for that ball to lead any
no, he
part of the field.
doesn't. Manny Machado
Mm-hmm.
still Manny Machado. Xander Bogaerts, I think, should have a bounce back year. I think with them it's going to be the starting pitching. Not that great. Michael King has had a
King's gonna be a
great
stud,
last year.
bro.
King's going to be a stud
Yeah.
for them, but I mean,
Cease is
after
up and
that,
down. You don't know what you're getting
yeah,
out of
that's the
Musgrove, and
problem.
even Musgrove is even back.
Uh, no, he's not back yet. I think he should be back more towards the middle of the
Right,
year. I
right.
think it is. Well,
He's a horse though, but he's
he
been hurt of late.
he had Tommy John, I
Yeah,
believe,
he's
right?
been hurt of
He had
late.
Tommy
He's a
John.
horse, but he's
Yeah,
been hurt of late.
yeah, and Yu Darvish doesn't, he's not that great.
Yeah,
He
he
was
be
never
you
that
garbage
great.
a lot of times, but
Yeah, but I think if their starters can give them 5 innings and get into that bullpen, that San Diego bullpen is very good, especially with their closer Suarez. That guy is lights out.
no
So I
doubt.
agree with you. I think the Padres have had a good start, but yeah, they're not going to catch the Dodgers once the Dodgers really get rolling. So
Got you. Shout
yeah,
out to the Cubs, my man, Midwest Most team.
yeah,
Chicago Cubs. You just gotta
yeah.
love
The
the
Cubs,
Cubs no
yeah,
matter what. I remember when the Cubs was
yeah.
the worst team in baseball,
The lovable
but they always sell
losers,
out
man.
with Harry
Yeah,
Carey singing that, that
I'll
take
tell
me
you
out to the
what.
ball game shit. I mean, they
That
just a
that
team you always root for. You know
that
what I'm saying?
that's when you know you're loved, man. You can have so many losing seasons and they still jam
Oh,
pack
really?
Wrigley Field.
Because they
I
got
mean
them big ass beards rolling
that's
around.
very, yeah, man. That's it.
Yeah.
But now to the Atlanta Braves, man. I'm just as shocked as you are with the Braves starting off the way they did. I mean, this is supposed to be probably one of the top 3 teams in the National League, maybe top 10 in the whole Major League Baseball, and to start the way they did. I'm shocked, but I always say baseball is a marathon, not a sprint. Acuna's still recovering from the knee, so he's not fully at 100%. Albies was hurt a
Now
lot
listen, let me
last year.
make it clear, X. 162 games, only 7 games.
Yeah,
But you don't
exactly.
expect
Exactly.
Atlanta Braves to
No,
start
you
0
don't.
and 7, my God.
No, you don't. You
I
don't.
mean,
You don't.
I don't care if they
You don't.
play a 4-game series against the Dodgers and then a 3
Yeah.
against the Padres. You don't
Yeah.
start off 0 and 7 with that team, bro.
Not with
Yeah.
that lineup. Not with that lineup. Not with that pitching staff. Spencer Strider is still getting his groove back from Tommy John last year. Spencer Schwellenbach's going to be big for them. This kid is good.
Yo, my man
He,
R said he didn't know Yankee fans turn into Cubby fans. No, I'm just saying, you got to root for them. They never win. They won 1 year,
That's
one fucking
it.
year, like 120 years. How do you not feel sorry for a franchise like that? Now, they had great players. When you had Andre Dawson, Ryan Sandberg, Grace, and what's the shortstop, Mr. Cubby?
Sean Dunston. They had
great.
Ernie Banks.
There you go, him.
Banks, Mr. Cub.
Had,
Ferguson Jenkins.
What's that pitcher?
Fergie Jenkins.
Rich Sutcliffe. They had
Rich Sutcliffe.
top of the line cats, but they just could never win. But let's keep it moving.
Yeah. Yes. So the Braves, the Braves are going to turn it around. I'm not worried too much about the Braves. It's just shocking they start the way they did. That's all. But they'll get healthy. Acuna eventually is going to start hitting. Olsen's going to start hitting. Albies is back. And remember, the catcher's not there also. Sean Murphy's out with injury.
Right.
So once he's back, I think this offense is going to start clicking soon. It's
not
just
only
a matter of time.
The battery may between him and the pitcher. He's probably caused a better game.
Exactly.
Okay. But like I said, we're going to forget all about it once they get on a 15-3 run.
Exactly.
They win 15 out of the next 19 games, and everybody's going to forget about the 0 and 7.
Everybody's going to forget that.
Okay,
exactly.
let's pivot real quick. I know they all want to hear this. Hall of Fame or not? You ready?
Hall of Fame or not? Okay, I got you.
We're going to a guy who got 4 Pro Bowls, 2 championships, 2 Super Bowl MVPs. Eli Manning, 236 games, QB record 117 and 117. completion rate 60%, 366 touchdowns, 244 interceptions, 57,000 yards. Does he get in the Hall of Fame, X? Talk to us.
2 Super Bowl rings, 2 MVPs.
Against the GOAT.
Against the GOAT.
And he
I know.
against the GOAT. It wasn't like they won as a unit and he just did what he had to do. He was the MVP of those games.
My thing with Eli Manning is 4 Pro Bowls. He was never the best player at his position ever.
Right.
Ever. He wasn't considered the best player at his position.
Put your answers in.
A 117 and 117 record says to me he was just mediocre at best. He's a 500 quarterback.
But he won when he counted, X.
No, he did. He did.
X,
I'm
let
not
me
denying
throw
that.
something else that a lot of people don't know. Hold on, let me throw something else in it. The Super Bowl runs, X, we're all on the road as underdogs. Road warriors. Hold on. We got to salute my man Miguel Tapia in the building. God damn. We got celebrities out this motherfucker. But yo, they have to go on the road and be road warriors.
Yeah.
Deja vu, X. 2 times in a row. Underdogs. And they won. Now, they did one as a unit. It wasn't Eli. Let me put it out there. But Eli came up big.
Defense.
When it mattered.
Defense. It was that defense. Let's say it what it was. It was that defense.
No, but X.
It was that defense.
If the defense did their part. Eli got the ball last 2 times and had to do his part. And that David Tyree, everybody talk about, oh, that was a lucky pass and catch. Nobody mentions it. That Wolfork had that motherfucker. And I don't know how Eli got away from that, dog. Nobody gives him credit for scrambling that. Dog, Eli, who has no scrambling ability, got away from that and then completed that. And then what he did on the next pass, hit Plaxico perfectly. And I'm not even a Giant fan. I just call it like it is. And that man in hand pass in the other chip was fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, that was a crazy
ridiculous. Play. So I got Eli in. I got him in. You got him in, yes or no?
I don't got him in. I still think, he's
your
a mediocre quarterback
guys.
at best. And I'm not taking away his Super Bowls and Super Bowl MVPs. But at 500 quarterback getting in, come on, man. I mean, that's mediocre to me at best.
X, but you beat the GOAT twice. That don't do it for you, X.
I give him his due. I'm not taking away what he did in those games. But at 117, I don't think he is. He will get in for that, but he will get in also because he's a man.
You know what?
And because of his name.
Let me say something. I know quarterbacks that dominate the regular season. Phillip Rivers. Don't do shit when it matters, X.
No, that's
Eli's
true. You're right.
a little backwards. Right. He do regular, and then when he gets there, he shine at the biggest moments. I got him in, X.
Yeah.
I'm surprised your old school ass don't got him in. But I can't make you, Ricky, I can only walk you to the water. I can't make you drink it. So, okay, you don't got him in. We're going to leave it like that.
I don't got him in.
I don't want to feel like I'm pushing you into getting him in. You say no, I say yes. Let's go to quarterback number 2. Steve Levine's going to like this one. 2 Super Bowl time champion, a Super Bowl MVP, another quarterback, all quarterbacks.
All right,
Jim Plunkett, 157 games, 72 and 72, 52.5 completion passing rate, 164 touchdowns, 198 interceptions, 26,000 yards. It's 25,800 and change, but I'm going to lean to the 26,000. Does Jimmy Plunkett get in for X-Man in the Hall of Fame?
I mean, if you're going to put Eli down at 500, you might as well put Jim Plunkett in at 500. It's a different time at quarterback.
We didn't ask that. I want to know what you think. Don't match that. Don't go by that.
I got you.
What do you think, X? X, I need to see you. I only see your chin, baby.
Oh, my bad. Jim Plunkett, another 500 quarterback. He does have the 2 Super Bowls, the 1 Super Bowl MVP. His touchdown to interception ratio is not good at all. 198 interceptions, 164 touchdowns. What was it? 28,000 yards.
26.
26,000 yards. I mean,
Eli had 57, though. Big difference.
Yeah, but the thing is, 2 different eras of football. The time Jim Plunkett played, they ran the ball more and stuff.
And I remember they was throwing that ball him and Dan Fouts.
Yeah, but not like today. I don't think Plunkett gets in. I know there's been a lot of support for him to get in because he's a 2-time Super Bowl champion.
Right.
But
put your answers in.
I mean, Joe Namath made it in, and his numbers, interception TD to interception ratio was terrible also. I don't think Plunkett gets in. I don't think he should get in. His numbers are not Hall of Fame worthy, but those 2 Super Bowls like Eli Manning do warrant discussion for him to get in.
I'm going to say this. If they get Eli in and they get him in, I'm not going to be upset. But if you ask me, Al York Sports, I can't because, okay, he's got the 2 Super Bowls. Play, obviously, we had the MVP on one of them.
Yeah.
But when you only got 26,000 yards and you got 164 touchdowns with almost 200 interceptions, Eli's ratio is horrible at 366 and 244. Because if you look at all the Hall of Famers, they all double their shit. 400 to 200, shit like that.
At least
Brady's like
Eli's touchdown
3
to
times this
interception
shit.
is at positive.
But, but to be 164, 198, only 26, 72 and 72, which is not 117 and 117. The percentages are the same, but it's still 117. I might have him just short, even if Eli gets in.
Yeah.
But if they get him in, I can see why, because they had similar, very similar because of the Super Bowl wins, etc. But the numbers are way different here. But I don't have him in.
I don't either.
Move on. Last but not least, 2 Super Bowls. 2-time All-Pro, Super Bowl MVP, Phil Simms, 164 games, 95 and 64 QB record, 199 touchdowns, 157 interceptions, 33,500 yards passing. Does Phil Simms get in for the X-Men in the Hall of Fame?
Yes. Phil Simms gets in.
You're not a Giant fan. Let me make it clear. You're a Jet fan.
I'm not a Giant fan. No, I'm not. I'm a Jet fan. Phil Simms
Tell us why real quick before we move on.
Phil Simms, to this day, holds the record for the highest completion rate in a Super Bowl. He only missed on 4 passes. Phil Simms. He was money. Phil Simms was money when they needed him to be money.
But he was doing a lot of that check down shit
he did.
That Bobby Bear, Drew Brees shit. Nothing was over 15, 20 yards. Everything was beneath. But you still got to be money with it.
He ran the Bill Parcells offense the way Bill Parcells wanted it run. He was the perfect guy for that system. Didn't have great receivers. He didn't have really great receivers. I think Joe Morris only had 1 great season as a Giant running back. So, Phil Simms gets in. His numbers are not great, but they're better than Jim Plunkett's numbers.
Way better.
He does have the Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah, he do got the chips.
And he does got the chips. Yeah, even though the second one he didn't play in because he was injured. But he got the chips.
Right.
And he got a Super Bowl
Jeff
MVP.
Hostetler won that one. Let's be clear,
yes,
right?
He did. Okay. 199 touchdowns, 154 interceptions. I think Phil Simms gets in. I think he warrants it more than Jim Plunkett does. His numbers are better. So, to me, Phil Simms is in.
Yeah, I got him in too. Not maybe first ballot, but I got him in.
No.
I got him in.
No, I think he's
we're doing Hall of Fame. All we can't do players playing right now. Yeah, Oz a young dude. He want me to talk about like he want me to talk about like motherfucking Jalen Hurts and shit, but they haven't reached to see if they're going to the Hall of Fame or not. You know what I'm saying?
I'll give him one nugget. Okay, let's say Saquon Barkley continues the way he's going right now. Saquon is in right now, okay? Saquon is in. If Saquon finishes his career without any more major injuries, he's going to be easily a top 5 running back of all time. So Saquon's in right now.
Right.
I hope that I hope that satisfies.
Well, we think it's our opinion. We think he should have been in. If he passes eligibility, which I don't know, I got to look it up. If you looked it up, I still think they should have got him in.
I think with Jim Plunkett.
No, he's X. He's saying they passed their eligibility. You got to look that up.
So they got to look. I think now it's up to the Veterans Committee to vote them in, not the writers anymore. I think it's the Veterans Committee now that has to look at the Jim Plunkett's and the Phil Simms.
I know it's been a minute, but I'm saying my opinion, he should be in.
Yeah,
fuck
Phil
the
Simms
committee.
To me,
that's what I'm saying. Fuck the committee. Our shit.
Yeah.
Okay, choose one and why. You ready?
I'm ready.
We got to be quick, X. We already over the hour, and I got to do the spinoff.
I got you, brother. Let's go.
We going field goal kicker.
All right, got you.
50 yards or more in a prime.
All right.
Who do you want? Justin Tucker, a.k.a. Legatron, or Harrison Buckner, a.k.a. Butt Kicker 87. Who and why? Oh, this is for you because they still playing. They still playing.
There you go.
Put your answers
there you
in.
go. He asked for it. We're going to give it to him. That's all. Legatron or Butt Kicker, 50 yards in their prime. I'm going to go Justin Tucker. Justin Tucker, up until last year, was automatic, especially from 50 yards out. Bucker's a great kicker. Don't get me wrong. Strong leg. I think right now he's younger than Tucker still. But in his prime, I'm going Justin Tucker because I know I can depend on him to give me a 50-yarder, game winner, all said and done. I'm going to go
Tucker because it's the right answer. But this Buckner kid's got a fucking leg, dog.
He does.
And via win or whatever, he get that shit right through the win and all that. We know that Tucker got the higher percentage, but he been slipping of late.
Yeah, I mean, last season was his worst season, I think.
Slipping of late. Last couple years hasn't been him.
Yeah.
But overall, he still got the highest percentage. I got to check over 50, though. I don't know if he's the highest anymore after the 2 bad seasons. It might be Harrison Buckner right now.
It might be.
But I'm going to go Tucker because it's the right answer at this moment. I'm going to say Tucker.
And we're only talking about their prime right now. That's it.
Yes,
we're not talking about their whole career. It's just their prime.
Okay, we're going to slide over. Boxing. My man, this is for my man, Robert de Guzman, the R.
Okay.
Welterweight, 147.
Got you. Manny
Pacquiao, a.k.a. Pac-Man, 62, 8-2. Or Pernell Whitaker, a.k.a. Sweepy, 44-1. 40 wins, 4 losses, 1 tie. Talk to us, X.
Sweet Pea.
And they prime.
In their prime, Sweet Pea.
Sweet Pea. Why real quick.
Sweet Pea, great defense, great counter puncher. Don't have a lot of power, but he can frustrate you with his hand speed, his footwork, his head work. Manny Pacquiao won't be able to get too many solid punches off of him. So I'm going to go Sweet Pea here. You know, I give Pacquiao his credit. You know, he's won 8 titles, 8 different divisions, never done before. But Sweet Pea will frustrate him the whole game. He will keep it moving. He will not be stationary for Pacquiao. He's going to make Pacquiao work, and he's going to get his punches in there. I like Sweet Pea in this.
I'm going to agree. He's the perfect fighter to take Pac-Man out of his fight, which Pac-Man's going to start forcing shit. And once you do that, you lost with Sweet Pea and the likes of Mayweather's. Them guys that take you out what you do best, and once you start trying to do something else, you just fell into their booby trap. So I got Pernell Whitaker in about, I'll say the distance, unanimous
decision. I say the same thing. He's going to go there. He's not going to knock him out. But I say the distance.
Unanimous decision, I'm going to say.
Yeah.
All Filipino, he don't fuck with Pac-Man, though. He don't like Pac-Man. Okay, last but not least, and we got to get you the fuck out of here. Got to do the spinoff. Now, these are fossils, little dog, so you might not want to listen to this. First baseman, X, I know you're going to love this because it's baseball, and these names I know you're going to love. John Olerud, a.k.a. Johnny O.
Okay.
Or Joey Votto, a.k.a. Toki 2. Who you got, baby? You can have that zip. You haven't had a zip in all three of them. You can have the zip now,
No, I'm
baby.
good. It's finished. It's
But
finished.
do the
It's
pretend
finished,
zip
bro. It's
then.
finished.
Do the cap zip.
I'm good.
Similar numbers. Very similar numbers. Years play, at bats, everything.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Votto easy, you bugging. You better look up John Olerud, who wore the plastic helmet on first base, by the way.
Yeah.
Nobody did that.
I like Joey Votto. It's not an easy choice. It's not, hands down not an easy choice. I want to go Votto. Votto's got the MVP that one season that he had. He's been consistent. I mean, the last couple of years he's been injured a lot, so he hasn't been able to perform. But I like Votto. He's got the MVP, and at the top of his game, he led the Reds to the playoffs and everything. Olerud was a great hitter. That he was.
And he could defend,
and I think
too.
He was one of the best defensive first basemen. I mean, he played a great defensive first baseman.
He even played for the Mets for a little while.
Yeah, no, I know. I remember.
But he was better in Toronto, though. Let's get it clear. Toronto,
yes,
he was that dude.
He led the league in average, I think, one year when he was at Toronto. I think he had 360-something that season.
John Olerud.
So, bro. Yeah, he was no slouch. You know, I'll take Votto. Votto was good defensively also, but I think Votto a little better with the bat. He has the MVP to prove it. But Olerud, I'm not taking nothing away from Olerud. I remember him with the Mets, but I agree his best years were in Toronto. But yeah, I'm gonna take Votto on this one.
Get the fuck out of here. Yo, I'm gonna give it to Votto only because of the MVP.
Yeah.
But if you ask me who had more better years overall, I'm going John Olerud.
Okay.
Because Votto kind of faded there too. You know?
He did, big time.
But that MVP is huge. It proved that you was the best player in the National League at that
year.
moment. Olerud was never the best player. So I'm going to acknowledge that. But, dog, this is tough because if I had to go to Korea, I'll probably be leaning on John Olerud. But the MVP is fucking huge.
But remember, and Olerud played first base when the Yankees still had a prime Don Mattingly.
Yeah. There was a lot of great first base, but Cecil Fielder, all the motherfuckers out there.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So Olerud played at a time where they had great first basemen in the
but he was well respected all over, dog.
He was.
People that know John Olerud know that was a ball player. X, any last words? And I got to get you the fuck out of here.
Yeah, it's too bad your show can't be 2 hours like First Take.
Rob's complaining on 1 hour. Rob's saying 1 hour. But hold on, let me correct you. First Take is 2 hours with commercials.
So that's what I'm saying.
It's really 1 hour and an hour commercial. Don't get it fucked up.
Yeah,
and they got what, 7, 8 people talking.
Listen, all we need is us two and somebody else.
Ask my man Midwest Mo. They got a whole cast over there. We doing all this shit, me and you, dog.
That's it, brother. We'll take them out.
Put me next to anybody. I swear to God, I'll be with my Wu-Tang swords swinging all fucking day. Win or lose.
All I gotta say, MSG. Not MSG, I'm sorry. Yes Network can pick us up. We'll challenge Stephen A. and them clowns at First Take any day to a debate. But listen, brother, it's always a pleasure to be on. Always great to spit facts. Always a fun time with us. Like and share, everybody. Share this with your friends every Friday. We on here.
Good work, X. As always, X-Man. I got to keep an X-Man a hater. I can't do Lumberjack X because you look smooth cut right now. And I'm hoping you got the hat backwards next week with the smooth cut. Because then I'm going to have to send you an Al York sports hat. Let me know if that's what you're doing. I'll send you the hat.
I got you, brother.
I got you. Hat.
You get me the hat, I'll wear it every time I'm on.
Say no more. You got one. You got one coming your way, X.
I got you,
brother. Much love,
X.
It's
a pleasure. Always a pleasure. Much love to you and the fam. Happy Friday, y'all. Be safe out there. And let's have a good time this weekend.
There you go, baby. My man X-Man the hater. You already know no more lumberjack. Them days is over. Now we going to go to the spinoff. We got a three-way tie. The Philly kid came out of the woodworks, down 4-1 versus B4 and Chico Liston. And now if the Philly kid is in the action, all three are tied with 4 wins. Let the best person win. Give me a minute. Let me put a track on and we ready to go. Give me a minute. Good job, everybody, with the questions. The R, I love the R. That's my little brother, Midwest Mo, Doug, Steve Levine, everybody, man. Continue to put your questions, share the video, like it, whatever, man. Let the best person win. All right, here we go. It's a little tight in here today. Don't go nowhere. Summary. Next, I got some shit I gotta say. Some extension shit. 1 through 20, round 7. Let the best person win. Let's go, baby. Good job, X. We took care of that whole Final Four. Gave out predictions and all that. Should be 2 real good games tomorrow. All right, here we go. Let's marinate these bad boys. Let the best person win, guys. Let's go. Round 7, giveaway 1. On my go. Here we go. Here we go. Get your endorphins running. Winner is. Round 7, giveaway 1 is. We got a winner. Let me move this back a little bit. Round 7, giveaway 1. Winner is 17. Brian Breezy, baby. Breezy in the building, baby. Philadelphia. Duke Blue Devils. LES. My man Brian Breezy's in the building, baby. You heard? Salute to the Breezy kid. And that's the second win all time. Brian Breezy is your winner. Love to get new winners, guys. Let's get new winners, baby. You know how it is. 21 through 40. Round 7, giveaway 2. Oh, he got the Blue Devils coming up tomorrow. He got a nice win today. I know, let me see what I got. I'm gonna see if I send him some Royal Blue shit. That's what I'm gonna do. Send him that Blue Devil coming. That's what I'm gonna do. Send him some Royal Blue shit. Here we go. Let me marinate these bad boys. Got that lemon pepper, that Parmesan blue, word, that avocado mix, marinated. Round 7, giveaway 2. Here we go, on my go. If a ball comes out, there's no bueno. The winner is. Got a winner. Got a winner. I know you see that blood, that red Lincoln, baby. Pyru Lincoln, baby. Round 7, giveaway 2 winner is 23. 23. That's the champion, B4. B4 back in the league with 5 wins, folks. Number 23, B4 is your winner. Got 5 wins. He just keeps finding a way to keep the lead. You can't knock the hustle. Summary coming up. Here we go. Summary coming up. First of all, the winners, 17, Brian Breezy. And 23, B4. B4 with his 5th win has the lead right now for the giveaways with 5 wins over 4 Chico, over 4 the Philly kid. Now that we got that out the way. Like I said on Messenger today, y'all motherfuckers do what you want. You out here owing money. And when I say that, I don't mean $50, $60. I mean $1,000 and up. Multiple people, and y'all fucking posting shit on social media, like, you know, money, stacks of money. What are you doing? You trying to get bodied? You're fronting? Or you're setting up your next victim? Either way, you a fake, dog. You a fake, dog. You ain't no man. No man owes another man money, especially his people. It's one thing if you stole money. If you went to the bank and stole it, I give you respect for that. But when you get money from your peoples that bailed you out, peoples that looked out for you when you needed it, and you don't try to pay back in no way, but now you flashing money, 2 things are going to happen to you. Your ops are going to catch up to you, or better yet, guard his harder. So it's always better to leave it at the guard. The guard his harder. You're going to get yours, dog. And I don't mean one specific dude. It's multiple people doing it. And it's real money. I ain't talking about no $20, $30 shit. Real money. Keep that in mind when y'all continue to cap. Because not only that, you don't even look good. You think people don't know you owe money? People talk. When you owe money, everybody in that circle knows you owe money. So if you owe 10 people money, there's 10 circles that know you owe money. And you hear capping on social media. You fucking clowns. Y'all niggas is clowns, man. On guard. You know what? Another great show. Me and X tapped on John Morant and his tactics. Not feeling it. 2-time offender. Still want to do the shooting shit. That's on him. He'll find a way how to get evicted from the league. And then he's going to cry, pay for lawyers and all that to get him back when he could totally avoid that by just playing basketball, something he does on a high level. Pivot. Final 4 we touched on, me and X. We gave how they got there, our opinions, the lines, who we like. Championship game Monday night, who might play and who we like. We cover that. Then we jumped in, Hall of Fame or not. I gave y'all my 3 guys. I got to look at the show. We jumped on the MLB, the 2 hot teams, the team that's playing really bad early in the season. We touched up on the diamond. And then last but not least, choose one and why. And I gave y'all some good ones. Hopefully y'all put your answers in. Y'all did what y'all had to do. And like I said, guys, when you go to your coffin and you die, man, this has always been me, man. Y'all do what y'all want. Everybody's different, man. I have a platform, so I could try to give you the best knowledge to my ability of how to rock this light shit. And I'm 50 plus. Do the math. And I've been a straight player. That's why I made it this long. When guys be like, yo, God bless you, man. I don't know how you did. What you mean how you don't know I made it this long, though? I play by the fucking rules. Don't snitching. Pay people back if you owe them. And don't be talking shit about people unless they fucking deserve it. I don't just talk about people to talk about them. If I talk about you, it's because you're a scumbag. That's why I talk about you. But I ain't going to talk about you for no reason. Stop capping for social media, man. Because remember this, your ops might not see you, but God hit harder, man. And with that, Al, your sports, TGI Friday, no drinking and driving. Love you, motherfuckers. 8, almost 9 years going strong every Friday, and the saga is going to continue, man. Love y'all, man. Salute to the winners, man.